Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we are here and it's time to return to some unboxing videos for Beyblade content on our YouTube channel and on X. Now if you were on X, you may be surprised, but if you've seen on YouTube, you'll know. Basically my career into content creation started back in 2012 with Beyblade content. I mean, we got some right here, some of the metal generation of them. I mean, Big Bang Pegasus is one of the first ones that I ever unboxed. Sitting over here, and we got a dude like Earth Eagle. So like this is where it started, right? And my first probably almost 2 years of content creation was Beyblades. But I kind of stopped, doing things with that, especially when Zero G came out. And I didn't touch it again. Now, last year, when and I got to the very end of Beyblade Burst, we had a whole kind of era of that content on the channel. Beginning of 2023. Again, before we're posting content on X. If you're watching over there, you haven't seen this. But, we had dudes like this one. Guilty Longness. I mean, bro pulled up. Vanish Fafnir. Dudes like that. Just absolute goated battles there with Wan. But, Beyblade X came out, and we didn't play any of those. We didn't get them, didn't do videos on them, whatever. We haven't battled them, haven't played that generation yet. But we are going to, or at least I'm going to, have a few. Now, I haven't got a stadium, so we're not really going to launch it, do all that stuff. But it is here, and I will consider getting a stadium eventually. I just have other things that I want to purchase for the channel for a Beyblade stadium for one video. But this is the first Beyblade we're going to unbox. We're actually going to do two. We're going to have one next week as well. This dude, Arrow Wizard. But today, our first Beyblade X unboxing. This is Sword Drain 360F. I don't know if it's supposed to be... I'm assuming you're just going to say 360, like you just go with the names of it as just one thing. Again, I don't really know much about Beyblade X. I know the stadium has like a little track in it. Obviously that's kind of what they're set up for. So if I launch it in a regular stadium, it's not going to do anything. But it does require Beyblade Stadium, it's telling me. Interesting. So obviously look in the front of the package. The cool thing is Takara Tomy, which if you guys don't know, Beyblade things, obviously that's okay. But if you're new to it, the Japanese Beyblades, which is Beyblade itself, the original like Beyblades are Japanese. Takara Tomy is the brand that makes them, and I'm assuming they probably just own the rights to the Beyblade toy because they are the ones that made it. So Takara Tomy, it's their product. So if you get those Takara Tomy ones, which a lot of these that I have displayed here, the boxes again, all of these are all Japanese ones here, right? From Beyblade Burst, and a good amount of the ones from the metal generation. This dude. This one's the Hasbro American version. That's why it's a weird color. This one's Japanese. This one's Japanese. This one's Japanese. I get a lot of the Japanese ones, right? But the cool thing is that the ones that are being sold in the store now that are listed as Hasbro are still Takara Tomy. It's still in the box. So these are definitely more... I don't know if there's really a difference in the American ones and the Japanese ones, is what we've seen before, right? It used to definitely be different, right? They were different weights, or the Hasbro ones, which are American, they would change them from what they actually were. But I don't really think it's different. I think that Hasbro obviously has a big reach for distribution in America compared to Takara Tomy. So I think that's why they still kept that going. But I think that there was a certain level of things Hasbro were doing for the Beyblade brand wasn't great. So definitely to make a change. So cool to see that. See Takara Tomy on it. See the Japanese text on it. A lot of the things are more Japanese vibes to it. So let's get it open here. Actually, before we rip it open, quick look at the front of the box. I do like it. Again, it does give a closer feel to the Japanese boxes with like the lines and the Beyblade spinning. I feel like a lot of the American ones were just like, here's a picture of the Beyblade. I don't know if I have one from Beyblade Burst. I think they just got removed actually, but I mean, you can see this here is just a Beyblade spinning. It looks pretty lame. You know, it's just got some lines there, and I think the line of the whole box here definitely adds to it slightly. I definitely think that helps with it. So you get the name right here. The Beyblade you can kind of actually see on the packaging. The old ones, the metal generation, you can see them. They were like whole stacked up here. You know, Beyblade X across the top. Looks actually like X, like the platform. Social media X logo a little bit. You got the Japanese text there. It says "Let It Rip," of course. Takartomi on the top of it, showing you get a Beyblade on the launcher. And then the bottom says Hasbro. And you got to be at least 8 to own one of these, apparently. The back shows you your stats. So this dude is an attack type. Now this is like the main Beyblade from the series, so that's kind of why I got it, because of course we do have the main ones from Beyblade Burst, which I forget its name, but it's like a sword dude. So yeah, Valkyrie, that dude, and then of course Pegasus from this generation. And actually I do have the original Beyblade, one of those in a box somewhere. So I have all the ones from the main dude, right? That's kind of why I wanted to get this one first. There was attack types, as you guys can see. Attack, showing the stats and the numbers. 55 attack for the sword drain portion. 25 defense and 20 stamina. This piece, I guess it's called a ratchet. So you have the blade, the ratchet, and the bit. Okay, so on the ratchet part, 15 attack, 9 defense, 6 stamina, and 60 height. So I'm assuming that the 60 means height, or that part's going to mean the height. If we look at this one, yeah, so it's the height that you get. And then the bit, it's got 40 attack, 15 defense, 10 stamina, 35 dash, and 80 burst. So again, these do burst like Beyblade Burst. Only compatible with Beyblade X system. So of course these aren't going to be compatible with each other. And you know, you need to have the stadium to really make use of it. So look at the front of the packaging. We do have a little thing here you can kind of rip. I don't know how well that works though, to be fair. I'm gonna assume not very well. There we go. Got it ripped open. It almost creates like a little pocket here in the box. You can just pull out your parts. Maybe. Holy, it's got 3 pieces? What? That's interesting. I did not expect that. Pull out a ripcord. Lovely. And then we got our papers, and then bro, the main piece is like stuck to the box. That's exciting content right there. Okay. Cool. So here it is. Ripped it off the box. Lovely. Lovely. I would do our top-down view, but behind me is where I do it, and our table's completely covered in stuff, so making use of it this way. Okay, I mean, it's got some weight to it. I mean, obviously, this one's a lot smaller, so the Beyblade Burst a little heavier. Weight's a little bit more comparable here. So this is the dude. So this is the Sword Drain Blade. We go here to our little packaging. and we take a look at what else we have. And this is the ratchet. The ratchet, of course, is 360. Assume you sit like that. And then this is the bit. How the hell? I refuse to have a how does this work moment like we had with the first time I did a Beyblade burst video. I refuse to have that happen today. So, clearly, this locks into that. But how does you lock together? Unless, I'm an idiot. Maybe I'm an idiot. No, I see it. Children should figure this out. I should be able to figure this out easily. So I see what I'm doing here. Just how do I get it to... lock into place? Unless I lock this... You lock that in first. Then you stick the bit into it, and look at that. There's your Beyblade. Wow. I mean, again, it's the beginning of a generation, so I would assume they're going to be a little bit more basic. Again, if you look at all the generations, what they started out with, Beyblade Burst, they were a lot smaller like this. And again, if you look at, this is the original like metal era Beyblade, a little more simple. And by the end, you had this. I mean, they obviously still could fight each other. I feel like this generation, like the metal ones, they could fight each other a little bit more than Burst. Burst also went for a lot longer. The metal ones were four seasons, basically. About 2010 to 2014, or 2009 to 2013, or whatever. 14 in that range. So it was only like 4 or 5 years. Beyblade Burst was 8 years. So there's a lot more evolution. But, again, the size difference in these is notable. So I would imagine, again, you'll see that with these, where this is a little bit more basic, but you're going to get more advanced as it continues to push along. You're obviously not going to come up with something insane to start and then end with the same thing. Right? You got to have something that changes over time to make you want to keep buying them all. But again, overall, I think this looks kind of cool. I'm excited to kind of see how they battle each other eventually. Like, I will get the stadium, I just haven't got it yet, right? This little gear, when that goes along the top of the stadium, is going to be very interesting to sort of see how that works out. Putting on a launcher, though, very unique with three teeth pieces to it compared to Burst and the metal generation having 2. So it's interesting. I wonder if that gets a little more speed having more teeth, or more teeth on it. I wonder if that's what it does, or if they just change it up. But either way, not a fan of the really small launchers, to be honest. But you know, it's cool. It's a very, very basic launcher. Doesn't even have a full like plastic on the bottom of it. Interesting. That is that. That is Sword Drain 360F, and yeah, it was cool. Definitely interesting. They give you a whole instruction booklet, all the papers. If I just looked at this, it would tell you how to do it. There it is. Does this tell me how to score? Oh, it does have a scoring system. All right. So First to 4 points wins. Whoever survives at the end spinning gets 1 point. Whoever gets knocked into a pocket gets 2 points. Whoever bursts gets 2 points. So they changed that. Beyblade burst you used to get 3 points. If you went with a point system. I typically, when I've battled, I haven't. It's kind of just been whoever, we set a certain number, like first to 4. It doesn't matter how you win. You just get 4 wins. And then you get an extreme finish, which you get knocked into a specific pocket. When the gears of the bit and accelerator rail meet, super acceleration X dash activates. So I assume you go into full send mode, basically, is what that's telling me. Awesome. I want one of those stadiums. I will get it eventually. We'll have an unboxing of it. But soon. Soon it's coming. Either way, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next one.